Hi everyone, welcome back to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So I hope you're all doing well, and in this video I am hoping to do a distress crayon background and using Gelatos. So I've got a few, the colours that I'm looking for are things that are basically browny tones, brown sort of orangey tones, so those similar to what you'd find as a brick wall. That's why I've got a brick wall stencil as well. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. It might not turn out well at all. I've got this green here as well. It doesn't go down for some reason. The mechanism's a bit messed up, but it's alright. That's just to maybe add a little bit of green onto it, just to give the appearance of moss. And then I've got this colour here as well, which I'm not sure because it hasn't got a colour name. You see, some of them have got colour names that some haven't, like that's pistachio, but this one's not got colour name. This one's not got colour name either, but it's like an ochre colour, and this one is called chocolate. So I bought these long time ago, so I can't even remember what packs they came in. So the background I'm hoping to do is in this beautiful book illustrated by R.J. Hampson, Steampunk Houses Colouring Book 2, and I just love his artwork. And it's this pre-prepared gesso page, because the gesso helps you blend the crayons with your little finger. I've also got some baby wipes because that's how I'm going to clean my finger, and also that's how I'm going to sort of use the stencil so that I can get my stenciled image onto the page. So let's get started. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to choose some colours from here. I'm always nervous when I'm on camera, and it might appear that I'm not, but I am actually. So we'll go with these colours here. So I've got this one, which is Rusty Hinge. So that's that one. So these are my distress crayons. I've got Antique Linen, Vintage Photo, and Walnut Stains. I've put a paper behind here as well, and I'm just going to, just sort of, let's make it so that should we start with lightish, with this bit of brown here. That's not that light really, to be honest, but I'm actually mixing up the distress crayons with the Gelatos here, so I'm going to bring you in a little bit as well so you can see a bit closer, and then I'll hopefully remember to use my book. Move my book, sorry, not use my book. Sort of forgot what I was talking about there. So a bit of that, and then maybe this reddy brown Gelato. Here as well. Now I'm not going to the edges of the picture because I don't want it to get onto the actual image, actually onto the birds and stuff. So I'm trying to be as careful as I can. I got on there a little bit, but it's fine. Bit of this yellowy ochre colour now. I don't know how this is going to look. It might look terrible, but it's fun trying it out, I guess. And it goes onto the paper, the gessoed background, so easily. It's just really nice. It's just, I haven't tried blending it yet with my finger, but sure it'll be fine. Let's go with this little bit of a dark, this walnut stain here, just on there. I might not even release this video if it turns out really bad, but yeah, we'll see. a little bit of this rusty hinge maybe in here, just on this orange because it's a bit too bright. Mix that in there. Might just show myself doing this bit of the page and then do the rest off camera, but we'll see. So I'm going to get my finger and start. I've gone in with the dark, but it doesn't matter because I want it all to merge anyway. So there we go. Now I'm not gonna, obviously my finger is quite bulky, it's not going to be able to get close to the image without smudging into the image. So I'm going to go as close as I can, and as these are of course water soluble, then I'm going to probably try to use a brush with water to try to blend it close to the image. I mean, that's what I did with another image that I was working on, and that I sort of used a similar technique. That's it. And then on this side here, so yeah, without the gesso background it wouldn't be as blendable. And I do have the satin glazing liquid, but I purposely didn't use that because it doesn't work as well with the satin glazing liquid as it does with the gesso. Now this brown here is not blended as well as I would have liked. I'm not sure why that is, but just gonna clean my finger off with the baby wipe. And now what I'm going to do, you don't know how this is going to turn out, but we can see, get a bit of water on my paintbrush, and if it gets rid of some of the pigment, what I'm just going to do is get my gelato with some water and just put that onto there so it doesn't dilute the colour too much. I think this will work better with the gelatos rather than the distress crayons. Now I have gone over that little bird a little bit, but it's fine. It's just a little bit of an experiment, I guess. To add a bit more pigment because it looks a bit washed out there at the edge. Blend it in with the water. I'm going to get a bit of this sort of reddy brown colour. Get as much of that onto my brush. I don't know if you can hear the wood pigeon that's in the background. You can hear it from my see, the gelatos actually, can't remember what I put here. Was it not the, yeah, the distress crayon doesn't blend, I don't think. I mean, I'm really trying to press here, but it doesn't blend as well as the gelatos on the gesso, unfortunately. But I think last time when I did this, when I was practicing, I think I just did it with the Gelatos. So yeah, just to get to the edge of the, and then I suppose because it looks a bit more faded out with when you use the water, and I'm not trying to use too much water either. I'm trying to only use as much water as to get as much pigment onto my page as possible. There we go. Oops, it's not looking too bad, I guess. Just a bit disappointed with the bits that aren't blending quite so well. Now, I must say, disclaimer again, I'm no expert with this. I am learning and just experimenting as I usually do. Come on, I can't seem to get much off this one for some reason now. Maybe I should try it with the Distress crayon as well. So while I'm doing this, I might as well have a little chat as well, because I'm not really doing anything that demanding, I don't think. So yes, what are you all colouring at the moment? And how are things going? I'm glad that we're at the later parts of the winter now. Winter's basically on its way out. Right, I'm going to try this Distress crayon and try to get it a bit in there. Maybe the Distress crayon is working okay. Actually it is. I mean, look there, it's blending quite well. I don't know why I got the that darker colour which wouldn't blend so well for some reason. It's odd. It's actually easier to go in with the Distress crayon than it is in with some of the other colours. The bits that are lighter, I'm just going to go over them again, I think. So I think it was this crayon, this Distress crayon, that wasn't blending as well as I wanted it to. It looks hideous at the moment, I know, but hopefully it'll take shape as we add more layers. I've gone over this bird quite a lot, unfortunately, but I'm sure if I use water on a gesso'd background I should be able to remove some of the colour. So we just try that. So this, yeah, basically I can remove it. There, can you see? Put a bit of water on it on gesso background like that. I can lift the colour off quite easily, so that's actually a good thing. That's one little advantage. Okay, so I'm going to go back to possibly using a bit of this Distress crayon now, and I'm going to actually fill that in and then add water, see if I can blend it a little bit, because it is easier to get into the smaller spaces using the Distress crayon than it is with the Gelatos. Right, let's work on this side. So as I was saying, I might as well chat. I keep getting distracted because I'm trying to concentrate as well. I said it wasn't that difficult, but actually it is to focus on this as well. But I was going to say that yes, I did fall ill a couple of weeks ago, and it was a very bad flu, and in fact it was COVID, but it was much, you know, it wasn't like the last time I had it, which was last year in July. That was a really, you know, I was really ill with that one. But with this one, I was still ill. You know, I did not have breathing difficulties, anything like that. I just had a really bad flu. Really, my body was aching and things like that. And you know, I tested positive, and yeah, I was just I just did not feel well, had the headache, and you know, the usual flu symptoms. I had a cough. I do feel much better now, although the fatigue, I still have a lot of fatigue. The fatigue doesn't seem to particularly want to go, but that's just probably partly, I guess, as you get older, you it just takes you so much longer to recover as well. I'm actually liking using the distress crayons more than the gelatos. I am going to use the gelatos as well, but yeah. So the other thing I wanted to say was, yeah, you know, I still put out my videos because I generally do my, managed to get crayon all on this side as well. I generally, and on this side, as you can see, oh gosh, I'm so messy, aren't I? Such a good disgrace. Yeah, so I was going to say that that's the problem with gelatos. They're just so, I just don't like the shape of them, really. They're not that easy to get into areas, and they're just, because of how they're shaped. So, yeah, what was I saying? I've forgotten about now. Forgotten. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was saying. So basically, I just released, you know, my 2 videos a week, 2 to 3 videos a week. I think it was 2 videos a week, because I generally do my videos 1 or 2 weeks in advance to when they're released. Just like to be pre-planned. It's not good blending here, really, which I'm not happy about, but I'm going to try to smudge it with my finger. And then where it's gone onto the image, I'll just lift it off later with some water. Okay, so I'm just going to continue because I don't want to make this video mega long, but I'm going to continue doing this like that. It's quite a big page because it's an A4 page. So what I'll do is I'll do majority of it, then I'll come back and I'll finish it off on camera. So see you in a bit. Right, okay, I'm back. I've done a little bit at the bottom, as you can see. I haven't finished it yet. So I'm just going to continue. And what I've decided to do, I've figured this out a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Is that I'm nearer to the birds, I'm going to use the distress crayons because they're much more easier to apply because of how, I don't know, because of the shape of them, and you can hold them properly, whereas that's not the actual case with these. Gelatos, although I am using the Gelatos in a bigger space. So you can see that I've put a bit of green in now as well. I'm going to use a little bit of this antique linen as well, just because I haven't used it. Give it a little bit of variation. And then I'm just going to use my waterbrush pen instead of my normal paintbrush to sort of dissolve the pigment if I possibly can. But then further away where there's space, I can use my finger to blend. When I first started colouring, I didn't use any of these sort of things. These distress crayons and other mediums were just used for you know, art journaling purposes. But yeah. But might as well use your art supplies. I mean, my picture might not come out great, but at least I've had a little bit of a play and a try. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I actually prefer the distress crayons. Now remember, you don't need to use distress crayons because there are gel stick crayons. You know, the usual gel sticks and gel crayons that you can purchase, which are much cheaper than these distress crayons. They do the same job. I just decided to use these because I hope I've not done this wrong. It's a bit difficult to see what's going on there. But yeah, So you can use your gel crayons as well. So now I'm just going to use my finger again. It is fun using your finger to blend on gesso. A bit messy, so if you don't like mess. Like that. I'm not going to go too close to the that in there. Too close to the image because I'm going to use my waterbrush pen. There we go, and a little bit down here. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the new book from, by the time I get this video out it will have already been released, the, what's it called, the new one by Lulu Mayo, which is the A Million Sweet Things, I think it is, something like that anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna pre-order that, I think, on Amazon. So again, use my baby wipe to wipe my fingers, and then now I'm going to use my Derwent water brush. I don't know why I didn't decide to use my water brush before, but I didn't. So shall I bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what's going on here, where my little bird is. Yeah, this is quicker. So basically, most of the time when I'm colouring on camera, I don't really plan things out massively. I roughly do. I mean, I have an idea of what mediums I'm going to use on the page and things, but it's pretty, you know, when I'm going through it, the process is how it is. Well, basically I haven't planned anything out really, mainly apart from the mediums I'm using and the page I'm doing. I haven't really tried it out beforehand. So you see the issues that arise as they arise, basically. So yep, that is now over there. So yeah, half term was good. Fortunately, I was negative just in time for us to go away for a couple of days, and it was really nice. We went to the lakes. But half term just passes so quickly, in the blink of an eye, and it's gone. My own camera. See, when I zoom you in, I've got to always check that I'm on camera as well. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Don't know really, don't know what to talk about. I'm not really a particularly talkative person. It's actually quite unbelievable that I have a YouTube channel, to be honest. So yeah, do let me know what you are colouring this month. I'm really happy and looking forward to spring. I'm over winter now, definitely. Although I am still going to colour during March in the mythographic Wild Winter, because the pictures in that book are stunning, and I can't sort of not colouring it anymore. I've done one picture in it already, which you might have seen if you watched my completed pages video. For February I did the rabbit, I think it was the Alice in Wonderland rabbit page. Really happy with that one. It was my favourite for the month, and yeah, I'm going to do another one hopefully for March. But yeah, that's a stunning book. Really do like it. I really do like the pictures. I have been purchasing things. I've been a little bit naughty. So I've been I bought the new colours in the Stickles glitter gel. So you will see that in my March haul, which I have yet to film. But yeah, there were some new colours out, and they all sort of got space sort of names, like Stardust and etc. But they're really, really nice. They're in different colours, like yellows, greens and blues. But yeah, when I saw that they were new, I think I got them from a place online called Budley Crafts. But I shall link that in my haul video when you see it. I usually link the supplies. It does take ages to link them though. So yeah, it's that. Right, so that is roughly done. I'm going to come out, I'm going to show you it. And that is my background. Now I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I might even neaten up the edges and things. And then I will come back and I will do the stenciling. So see you in a moment. Okay, so this is how my background is looking. It's alright. You can see it's quite messy doing this, but it's just, as you know, just trying things out, I guess, isn't it? So now what I want to do, just to finish off, I will get rid of like the bits where I've gone over on the images, but I've got my stencil here, so I just want a few of the bricks in certain areas, so I'm just going to put it where I just using a baby wipe to take off some of the colour. And then lifting it like that, and then maybe a little bit here, using a new bit of my baby wipe. I hope you can see. I haven't zoomed in, maybe I should have zoomed in, but I will once I've done this bit. So there we go. And then let's zoom you in a little bit there. And then what we'll do is some more, maybe just a little bit here. Don't want too much. Now I might probably get some on the image, can you see there, but I can take that off. Even here on the top, maybe a little bit like that, just so it looks a little bit, you know, looks a bit random rather than on the edge there, and then maybe here at the bottom. Don't go to the edge maybe this time, just to mix it up a bit. A tiny bit here. Like that, and then maybe a little bit here. So get a clean section on my baby wipe, and then over here. That's it. I think that looks okay. You can see I have got quite a little bit of mess on my on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a bit of water to take off. Now it's only coming off really well, really easily, and I can even use a tissue to dab it to get more and more on, and when I colour over this it will, you know, you won't be able to tell too much. Oh, more water. Because it's gesso, and remember this is Amazon printed paper as well, so the gesso is helping all of this. I'll just bring you in a little bit closer so you can see me taking off some of this mess that I've made here. Some of the pigment. Just try to lift off the colour. And then dab it off. Dab the pigment off. A little bit here as well, look. Once I colour over it, and I probably will use, I'm not going to do the rest on camera because this was just a background video. I'm going to probably use Neo Colour on the birdhouses themselves, the crayons, just so that it's quick. It's going to be quick and fun to do, because this is a fun page to me. It's not like a serious page. It's just going to be a fun page that I'm just, you know, using up the mediums that I've got at home, because there's no point in them just sitting there in the cupboard for no reason, doing nothing. There, it'll be fine, and then this one here as well. Oh God, there's quite a lot of colour there, isn't there? I could do with a cotton bud, because that would be able to be more precise than I am being here. Take off. The Derwent brushes are so good. I really like them. I think I've got a spare of this as well. So, right, and that's it really. I think I am done with this background. I'll just show you it again. I hope you found this a little bit useful. I know it's quite a messy thing, messy sort of a, or it can be quite messy. You can see the mess that I made here on the side of the page, but you know, these things happen. So yeah, that's my background for this bird page, and then like I said, I think I'm going to use Neo colours for the bird houses, and I might use some watercolour pencils or water-based markers for the actual birds, or and then probably use metallic paint for some of the features. I don't really know which features I'm going to use metallic paint for. Maybe this bird stand bit here, maybe for some of the roof, I don't know, but it's a fun image, so I'm going to have fun doing it. So I hope this video was even a tiny bit useful. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, happy colouring, and see you next time. Bye.